we actually got a little demonstration which we wanted just to show you how well this machine works compared with a conventional machine. So, bear with me while I set it up. So we have the Dyson 360, which we'll do over there. Conventional robot vacuum cleaner, and we've set them up on this hard surface representing a half floor. I've got some baking soda here, which is quite sort of granular powder, and I'll just sprinkle it in front of both of the machines. I feel like I'm doing a cooking demonstration. Equal amount for both machines. So we're going to drive both machines using a remote control. The Dyson machine doesn't normally have a remote control, but the cleaning parts it would do wouldn't be in a straight line, so that's why we're going to drive it using a remote control. So first of all we'll do the compressor machine. That's all right. Okay, so that's about the same amount for both there. Yeah. Right, let's try the Dyson machine. Oops. So you can see there's quite a difference. Our machine's cleaned it all perfectly, as the conventional machine's kind of just left it all behind. It's left all the dust. In fact, if you had a machine like this in your home, you'd probably have to clean up after it worked. Part of the problem is that it has this very narrow brush bar, but it has these little whiskers on the side, which you use to try and flick dust in. But all it's doing is moving the dust around, and actually a lot of dust is made airborne, which you're breathing in, so this system really doesn't work terribly well at all compared with the pickup system we've developed on our robot. So let's clear this away. People at the front row might need to duck at this point. Excellent. Thank you, chaps. So, in order to make this brush bar system work and be the full width, we wanted to make the brush bar sit in the middle of the machine. That means that the machine is a circular shape it can turn without the brush bar banging into anything. So to enable us to do that, we had to develop this patented tank track mechanism. So this allows the machine to drive over all the different transitions from floor surfaces and gives it great traction so it can get over thresholds. So it's a really important part of making the whole system work. And these sprung swing arms enable it to get over thresholds and steps so it can get everywhere in your home. So those are the technologies that have gone on the machine. Whilst we developed the machine, we also developed an app to go with it to allow the user better control and better interface with the machine. Rather than just tell you about the app, we thought what we could do is a demonstration. So I've got a machine in this pen here. So the pen's kind of decked out like a very small living room. It's got some furniture. There's the machine in the back corner, and hopefully you can see this on the feet at the side. So that's the dock at the back. It's very slim, so it's very unobtrusive, and the machine can sit on there and charge up. So the app I've got is linked to the machine, so I can open that up. It's just connecting. So it comes up with the machine there, so I just connect. So I can start the machine remotely because it's all kind of Wi-Fi enabled. So it says the machine's starting. The icon there is exactly the same as the one on the machine. So you can see the machine's now backed off the docking station. And when it starts its run, it has no knowledge of the environment it's in. So first thing it has to do is to kind of calibrate itself. So it comes out part way, and the camera's taking 30 frames a second, and it's identifying those reference points, so it knows exactly where it is. Next, the robot will come out towards the centre of the room, and it'll actually start cleaning. the machine side. The path that the robot takes is it's like a square spiral shape. So every circuit of the spiral, the robot moves one robot width out. So it only ever covers the ground once, which is why we need to develop such a high-performance pickup system. So whilst that's cleaning, let me show you a couple of things that we have on the app. I can load up multiple vacuum cleaners, so if I have one on the upstairs floor and one on the ground floor, I can control both machines from that. And as I mentioned, I can control them remotely, so I can do it if I'm away from the house. There's also a nice interface I can use for scheduling, so I can set up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, set in the times that I want the machine to run. We put an activity chart on there, so it's basically a record of all the cleaning patterns that the machine has done, so you can see how well it's covered the area. So you'll recognise the shape of your room in there, you'll see that that's where the sofa is, that's where the table and so on is. We put product guides on there, so these are videos, tips on how to get the best out of your machine and how the robot works. And we've linked that to kind of diagnostic functions. So if, for example, you ran over an item of clothing and it jammed the brush bar, you'd get a notification that told you the brush bar had jammed, and then that would link to the product guide that shows how do you unjam your brush bar. So the whole thing all ties together very nicely. And obviously one of the most advantageous features is that because it's linked to the internet, it means that the robot can receive automatic software updates. So as our software team develop and enhance the software to make it even more efficient or the performance of the machine even better, that can automatically be received by the machine. So the machine you have will always have the very best software on it. So I can send the robot back to the dock using this as well. Just pause that and let it go back. So it's the combination of all these technologies that have allowed us to solve these problems. So having the 360-degree camera allows us to make the machine intelligent in the way it cleans. And then we've got the motor, the cyclone, and all the brush bar technologies that mean it pick up really well. And so it's enabled us to build a machine that will give the most suction of any robot vacuum cleaner. It'll deliver the best pickup on first pass across all floor surfaces compared with any robot vacuum cleaner. It's taken us 16 years to do it, but we've created an intelligent machine that delivers real high-performance cleaning capability. It's a genuine labour-saving device. So it's really exciting for us to be here to launch it to you, and thank you very much for coming along to hear all about it. Sorry?
Your software automatically realized the way, or you have to open software for meanwhile, or
sorry, could you repeat?
how often open the software? You said it's a math realized when you start, it's checking already, but how often open the software?
Yeah. Oh right, okay, sorry, see. Well, that you can set it up so that just happens automatically. So the machine runs, and then if there are enhancements, they will automatically do it.
You can find it to move to the place.
If you move to the place, well, the way the robot works is it starts each environment you put it in. It has to assume it's a new environment. So even if it's working in the same room, if you've moved a piece of furniture or put a bag down, those are new obstacles. So every time the robot starts, it assumes it is a new place for me to work. So it uses the 360 camera to start identifying those reference points, and it builds up that picture of the space that it's in.
Even every day?
Every day, yes. Now, if the robot hasn't finished cleaning, it's intelligent enough to know that actually the batteries are running down, I need to go back to the base and recharge. So in that situation, the machine will go back, it'll recharge, and then it will carry on cleaning until it's completely finished, and then it will go back. And then the next time it starts out, it rebuilds the maps from fresh. Every time. So it doesn't retain any of that information in the system. Sorry, I think there's a microphone just coming through.
I just want to ask, how long does one charge last? How long does it take to recharge?
The charge will last between 30 and 40 minutes, and then the recharge takes about 2 hours. I mean, our vision was that people would, they'd set the schedule up so if you're out of work, the machine just does that all while you're there, so it takes 1 or 2 charges however long to do the ground floor of your house. But when you come back, the house is genuinely clean.
Hi. One question. Some of the competitor products have bunch that specifically are in that corners. How does this deal with corners? Or could you let it run in a corner and not improve?
Well, we made our machine quite a small diameter, so actually it can get into much closer into those little corners. So we spent quite a lot of time getting the space envelope so that it'll go in between chair legs and the small spaces. So that's the way we deal with corners, getting in close by a small diameter. And the fact that the brush bar goes right out to the edge means the sweep is really quite close.
But after the corner,
Absolutely. The triangle, little triangle there? No, you're right, we're coming over that.
If there's any other questions that you'd like to approach Max, who will be on my left, and Alex on my right, if you want to come to the stage rather than shout from the crowd so you can get footage and photo opportunities with the machine. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry about your shoes.